Cornea. What is cornea? Cornea is a transparent part of the eye. It covers the front surface of the eye. So, this is a human eye, and that's where cornea is. It covers the front surface of the eye. Since it's transparent, you usually cannot see it directly unless there is an opacity or scar on it. To imagine it, think of a contact lens sitting on the front of the eye. But unlike a contact lens, the cornea is not artificial. It's a living cell just like our heart and our skin. Role of cornea in vision. You are going to be shocked when you will know how important cornea is. Our eye have total power of 60 diopter, which is approximately 58 to 60 diopter actually. And out of this natural power, which is 58 to 60 diopter, cornea contributes 43 to 45 and approximately 40 diopters, and lens contribute 15 to 20 diopters. And if there will be any kind of opacity or major injury to the cornea, 70% of your vision will be lost. That's when you realize that how important cornea is. Cornea is a transparent avascular structure. No blood vessels are present in the front part of eye. Since it lacks its own blood supply, it receives nutrition and oxygen in alternative ways, especially from three sources. So it receives its nutrition from prelimbal blood vessels, the junction between the cornea and sclera, which is limbus. It provides the nutrition to the cornea. Prelimbal capillaries provide nutrition and metabolic support to the extreme periphery of the cornea. Second is aqueous humor in the anterior chamber, provide glucose, amino acids, and vitamins to the corneal endothelium and stroma layer, which we are going to discuss. Tear film supplies oxygen directly from the atmosphere when eyes are open, provide small amount of glucose, electrolytes, and growth factors. So that's how cornea gets its nutrition. And now we are going to discuss a tip to memorize the layer of cornea. Cornea consists of five layers. First layer is epithelium layer, second layer is Bowman's membrane, third layer stroma, fourth layer Descemet's membrane, and fifth layer endothelium layer. But in 2013, a layer of cornea was found which was named as Dwarf's layer. That layer is present between the stroma and Descemet's membrane, and it was also called as the pre-Descemet's membrane layer, which plays very important role in surgery. But in some books, only 5 layers are written. So now it's up to you how many layers you want to remember. Now I am going to tell you a very easy tip which made me remember the layers of cornea. A, B, C, D, E. A. Anterior epithelium. B. Bowman's membrane. C. Central stroma. D. Descemet's membrane or Dwarf's layer, both comes in it. And E. Endothelium layer. Epithelium layer of the cornea. Epithelium layer of the cornea consisting of superficial cells, wing cells, and basal cells. After epithelium, Bowman's layer is present. It is a thin layer but is non-regenerable layer of the cornea. The most thickest layer of the cornea is stroma, and collagens are arranged in it, which is responsible for the transparency of the cornea. Keratocytes, they are special cells that are present in the stroma. And after stroma, there comes Dwarf's layer, which was also named as pre-Descemet's membrane. After Dwarf's layer, Descemet's membrane is present, and last layer of the cornea is endothelium layer. It consists of single layered hexagonal cells. Now let's move on to the detailed study of the layers of cornea. The very first layer of the cornea is epithelium layer. This layer is responsible for protecting the cornea from dust, bacteria, and minor injuries. This layer consists of 5 to 7 layers of non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelial cells. It consists of basal cells, wing cells, and superficial cells. This layer of the cornea heals within 24 to 48 hours. Stem cells are responsible for this speedy regeneration. This layer works as a shield. It consists of nerve endings, that's why even a tiny scratch feels very painful. Just after epithelium, the second layer is Bowman's membrane, and it is a very tough acellular structure. It is rich in collagen. This layer acts as a strong protective barrier. It is tough acellular structure and it is rich in collagen. This layer provides strength and shape to the cornea, and any kind of injury to this layer can lead to permanent damage or opacity because this layer do not regenerate. The central layer of the cornea is stroma. It is the thickest layer of the cornea, and the special cells known as keratocyte cells are present in this layer. This layer consists of collagen fibrils that are regularly arranged. This arrangement keeps the cornea transparent. Stroma have limited regeneration capacity, and the healing of the stroma takes weeks to months. The fourth layer of the cornea is Descemet's membrane, the elastic shield that lies just beneath the stroma. It is thin but very tough and elastic layer, and it is strong and resistant to trauma. Descemet membrane have a very good regeneration capacity, and it protect the cornea from infections and injuries. Dwarf's layer, the layer that was discovered in 2013, was found between the stroma and Descemet membrane, still under research but believed to play a very crucial role in surgical technique. The last layer of the cornea is endothelium layer. This layer consists of single layer of flattened hexagonal cells. This layer acts as a pump to keep the cornea clear by removing the excess water, and any damage to this layer is non-regeneratable. This layer of the cornea have very less regeneration capacity. And that's all for this video. Each layer has its own unique function and together they keep our vision clear.